What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, today I want to talk to you about the top 5 Sinnoh Pokemon that I think deserve Mega Evolutions. Now, this list isn't for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm just going to be giving you guys the top 5 Sinnoh Pokemon in general that I think deserve Mega Evolutions. Now, before we get started, please keep in mind that the Pokemon I do talk about are just my opinion, and if you guys have Pokemon that you think deserve Mega Evolutions, definitely comment them down below, and I'll be sure to reply to you guys and see what you have to say. But without further ado, let's get started. So, coming in at number 5 is going to be Rosered. Now, Rosered is one of those Pokemon I really love from the Sinnoh region, but I can't use it on a lot of Pokemon teams because it's a very frail Pokemon. I can't really use this Pokemon right now if I want to battle someone because it's very hard to use this Pokemon unless I give it like a Focus Sash or something because it's just so frail. So, if Rosered were to receive a Mega Evolution, I think that would definitely help out this Pokemon. It should still keep the Grass and Poison typing, but it should get some major upgrades into its Special Attack stat and its Speed stat. We could lower its defense and special defense as well to make sure that it's still really easy to take out this Pokemon, but by increasing all of those offensive capabilities for Rosered, we can definitely make it a very nice threat and a very, powerful Pokemon to use some hard-hitting moves. Rosered has a very good amount of special attack moves that it can learn, and it can definitely use some hard-hitting moves, and with that additional increase into its special attack stat, moves like Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball, those types of moves are definitely going to be doing a lot of damage, and I think that could definitely help out this Pokemon and make it a really nice sweeping Pokemon. So yeah, Rosered definitely needs to have a Mega Evolution. Coming in at number 4, I picked Drapion because I think Drapion definitely needs to have a Mega Evolution. I know a lot of people still use Drapion right now, and it is a pretty good Pokemon to use, but I think if Drapion were to receive a Mega Evolution, it will really help out this Pokemon. So if Drapion were to receive a Mega Evolution, I think it should still keep the Poison and Dark typing, as that's a very nice combo for it, and I think it should definitely get some increases into its defense, a special defense, and a small increase into its attack. We can decrease a little bit of its speed and special attack to make it a slow, tanky-ish Pokemon, but I think by having a slightly higher attack stat, it will definitely be able to do a good amount of damage as well as take some big hits as well, and I think that can really help out balancing Drapion. I think that could make it a really strong Pokemon, and if you're using like a setting up Drapion, I think by becoming a tanky Mega Drapion to set up, that could be a really cool idea as well, using Toxic Spikes and a whole bunch of other ideas. I don't know anything else you could possibly do, but a lot of other ways to use Drapion for setting up. I think that could definitely help out this Pokemon. By increasing its defense a little bit, you'll definitely still be able to survive like an earthquake or something like that, maybe on red or yellow. I think that can definitely help out this Pokemon, maybe survive like a flamethrower or something like that as well. So being able to survive 1 or 2 big hits is definitely going to be able to help out this Pokemon. And yeah, I think if it has a high attack stat, that'll be good for this Pokemon as well. It's got some really powerful moves that it can learn that are physical moves, so I think definitely using moves like Cross Poison, Poison Fang, and stuff like that will definitely help out Drapion. So yeah, Drapion definitely needs to have a Mega Evolution. Coming in at number 3 is one of those Pokemon that you pretty much never see used in a competitive battle, Mismagius. And I think Mismagius definitely needs to have a Mega Evolution. Mismagius is a very cool Pokemon, and I think a lot of people just don't use it because of its stats, and I think it's not that good. I think if it were to receive a Mega Evolution, that could definitely help it out. By having a Mega Evolution, it should still keep the pure Ghost typing, but I think it should definitely get some increases into a special attack stat, a little into its special defense as well, and a slight increase into its speed. I think that can really help out this Pokemon. It could probably take a few hits as well, maybe a Shadow Ball or a Dark Pulse. It could probably take like one of those, and then it could get a pretty high speed stat as well, so it could be pretty fast to do some nice damage. But by having that really high special attack boost, moves like Magical Leaf and Shadow Ball and moves like that Mismagius can learn will definitely be able to do a lot of damage, and I think that can definitely help out this Pokemon. It should definitely get some decreases into its defense though, so that could be like one of its main weak points. You could use physical moves like Shadow Claw and Crunch to take out this Pokemon, but I think yeah, if Mismagius were to receive a Mega Evolution, that could definitely help it out. I think a lot of people will start using Mismagius a lot more in competitive play, and yeah, I think it really needs a Mega Evolution. Alright, coming in at number 2 is going to be Bastiodon. Now, I don't see Bastiodon used by that many people when I'm battling online, so I think it should definitely receive a Mega Evolution, and I think that could definitely help it out. Now, Bastiodon here is known as the Shield Pokemon. You know, it's got a lot of defense, and it's definitely like a tanky-ish Pokemon. I think it would be so cool if a Mega Evolution just does the complete opposite of what this Pokemon is meant to do. You know, we turn this Pokemon from being a defensive Pokemon to just a complete offensive Pokemon. I think that would be so cool to see, like, the Shield Pokemon just turn all out and go all offensive. I think that would be really cool. So I really like this design here by someone, and I think it's really cool. So I think it should still keep the rock and steel typing, but I think it should get some decreases into its special attack, maybe a little increase into its special defense, and definitely a big increase into its attack stat so that now it can do some big damage. I think by having a good speed stat as well, you know, you'll be able to do some damage to your opponent as well, because you'll be faster now with not all of that like shield weight from that previous form. You know, you're going to be able to move a lot faster, and I think that can definitely help out this Pokemon. You know, by becoming like an offensive Pokemon, you can definitely use some big powerful moves like Iron Head and Stone Edge, and like a lot of physical moves to hit on your opponent. I think that can definitely help it out, you know. But you know, it'll still be having that 4 times weakness to fighting, so I think that could still be a problem for it. So if it gets hit by like a close combat or something, you're probably still going to get taken out. But I think if it gets a big increase into its attack stat, it'll be doing a good amount of damage to any other Pokemon that it's attacking. So you know, Stone Edges and Iron Heads are going to be doing a lot of damage as well. So I think that could really help out Bastiodon, and I think it'll definitely make people use Bastiodon a lot more. So yeah, Bastiodon definitely needs a Mega Evolution. And the number 1 Pokemon from the Sinnoh region that I think deserves a Mega Evolution is Luxray. Now, Luxray is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon from the Sinnoh region. I love this Pokemon so much. I think it looks so cool, and I think I really like this Pokemon's design, but I just don't like how it's not that good to use in competitive play. You know, I think Luxray is still not as good as it could possibly be, so I think if it were to receive a Mega Evolution, that could definitely fix this Pokemon. Now, just look at this Pokemon's design. It's a pure electric type, but with that color scheme and everything going for it, I think its Mega Evolution should definitely just make this Pokemon an electric and dark type. I think that's definitely what a lot of people want, and I think it makes a lot of sense as well. Luxray becoming a dark type and an electric type as well would just be a really cool combo, and I think it could definitely help it out. As for its stats, it should definitely get a big increase into its attack stat, big increase into its speed stat, maybe a decrease into its defense stat, but an increase into its special defense stat as well. So this way you could take a few special attacking hits, maybe like a flamethrower or something like that, or like a Dragon Pulse or something like that, but this way your defense is still going to be low. So you know, you're still going to get taken out by, you know, fighting type moves, you're still going to get taken out by earthquakes, but this way, you know, you're still going to have a high attack stat and a high speed stat, so you're going to be a nice sweeping Luxray, and I think that could definitely help out Luxray. You know, maybe you could give it an ability like Strong Jaw as well. I think that could be really cool, because Luxray does get access to Fire Fang, Ice Fang, and all the other moves like that. So I think, you know, by having Crunch become a stab move, and I think, you know, becoming even stronger because of Strong Jaw, I think that could definitely help out Luxray, and I think that could make it a really cool Pokemon to use, and I think Luxray having a Mega Evolution would just look really cool. So I think Luxray definitely needs to have a Mega Evolution. And yeah, so there you go, guys. Those are the top 5 Pokemon from the Sinnoh region that I think deserve Mega Evolutions. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to click that like button, because it really does help me out. And if you guys have Pokemon from the Sinnoh region that you think deserve Mega Evolutions, definitely comment them down below, and I'll be sure to reply to you guys and see what you have to say. And as always, if you guys are hyper Pokemon, Sun and Moon, and just Pokemon news in general, then be sure to click that subscribe button for more Pokemon content and other Nintendo games as well. Thank you so much for watching.